Hello, my name is Shadley and welcome back for another episode of EU4 as Jerusalem. In previous episode we had a bit of fighting over here in the Balkans. We managed to extend the territory of Herzegovina, which is our vassal. But for transparency's sake, we had a bit of problem with checksum. Some files were apparently corrupted or something. So right now we can't get any more achievements. We are still in Iron Man mode though. Well, that's the thing, and we got the 2 achievements that we were after anyway, so it's not really that bad of a damage. It's just that there was some discrepancy between the checksum on the launcher and in-game at first, and then I did accidentally load into the save, so that changed the save already into a mode where you cannot get any more achievements, and that also changed the backup save. So then once I fixed the issue, the damage was already done essentially. But anyway, we do have a truce with Ottomans for another 3 years or so. We could potentially do a war against Dolgadir. I mean, we've got an army in the vicinity anyway, so that's a possibility. We've got a decent bit of admin points, not necessarily massive amounts, mind you, but we've got a decent bit. Let's go ahead and unpause for a moment. And actually what we could do is we could either... I suppose the yearly corruption reduction is actually quite nice, so yeah, we'll take that one. We'll give usury. So that way we are saving a decent bit more money in the corruption payments. And I think another thing that we might want to do is start upgrading some forts over here. Actually, we might want to get a fort over here in Philippopolis. Yeah, that would be... I mean, it's wood, so it would cover a lot of this area, so that would give us a lot of security from the northwest, if and when we start fighting against the Austrians and Hungarians. But we could quite easily declare war on Dolgadir. They've got 8,000 men. They do still have an army, at least. But do we have any rebellions that are going to fire in the vicinity? We got some in Tunis and Libya and all that, but not so much in the east here, so it's a possibility. Right, so we are going to be combining the trade fleets that we have here. And then from here, we're at least going to separate one more war galley, actually. And send this to... Actually, no, before we send you out, I want to upgrade. And then I'm going to send you out to hunt pirates in Aleppo, because the Tuscanian raiders are in there. A generation of cowards. Oh dear. I guess we're going to fall losing a little bit of manpower. We are getting a decent bit of manpower per month. Not necessarily massive amounts, but enough to get started. And if we do a war against Dolgadir, that's going to be quite an easy, quick war. So I'm not too worried about that one. We will take a bit of casualties fighting that rebellion there, perhaps, but that's about it. So, Dolgadir. We're just going to go with the Holy War, so it's a little bit less aggressive expansion. The cost is going to be the same. We'll get a lot more, a bit more prestige as well. We'll split the army in half. We'll send the big army to clear out the enemy, or the rebellion there first. They do have a 3-star general, actually. Huh. I mean, that's not too shabby. 5532, yeah, that's actually a pretty good leader that they have there. But we are having pretty good income, so I'm actually going to go ahead and start building the fort over there. And then I suppose another thing that I could do, since we are already over our governing capacity by quite a bit, is start getting a bit more of those courthouses. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a quarter less of governing capacity per province, and it gives a bit of other bonuses as well. We can probably still fight this off with the pure numbers. I mean, it is mountain pass, and they got the pretty good leader, but it's not enough for the manpower advantage that we have, and then we're going to stack wipe the army now. At least in theory. There we go. Now we're going to move back there. So we already have a pretty good siege going in here. I mean, we get 5 points from all the artillery, so that does help. Oh, and now we got a bit of rebellion in Mazab. Is this army... Oh, it was not set to do the rebel suppression. Well, that would explain why it wasn't taken care of. It will be taken care of now, though. Okay, we did not win the siege in Marash yet. So I think... Oh, impulse compete with... Oh, right, yeah. We can lose mercantilism or we can gain more mercantilism. We'll just gain more mercantilism, quite frankly. Oh, it's communicated ruler on Venice. Yeah, fair enough. So, it's Pope versus Venice. Annulled in Venice. So Venice probably... Oh, they got a bit of... Oh, yeah, they have no allies whatsoever. Sure, I'll join in. We've got the Marines over here that we could just transport over to help with some of the sieges. I mean, how much of an army do they even have? It's not a lot, actually. And we've got our big fleet over here that could just go ahead and start blockading some of this area. We might want to slow down a tiny bit for this one, since we are going to be dealing with 2 different fronts now. Oh, there we go. The Venetian fleet is already getting... Oh, just sank 5 of their trade ships. Good. Oh dear, our treasurer has died. That's skill level 2. We're going to go with the production efficiency, I suppose. Or the mission... Nah, I think we're just going to go for the production efficiency right now. And actually, we don't necessarily need to have the national focus on admin points anymore, so we'll get a bit more of the other 2. So, we've got the troops here. Let's just go ahead and send the Marine fleet to Bar. Actually, we can send that one to blockade the port. And there we go. Siege of Mirage is completed. So now, Dulkadir, I think it's time for you to give me all your provinces and all your money. And, well, Ottomans and Mamluks don't like that, but that's not a problem. So now that we've got that, we're going to start coring all of these. So the thing is, I think in the next war against Ottomans, we definitely want to clear out these so we can get an access to Trebizond, who is allied to Russia and Imereti. So that's our way to fight Russians. Although the Russians do have a decent army, in size at least, plus a lot of manpower. Like us, we don't have a lot of manpower. However, we could also go ahead and build another fort over here, just to make sure that the crossing points through Sea of Marmara will be defended. And I suppose this one could go back to Antioch in the meanwhile. Have the Marines... no, the Marines have yet to arrive. There we go. Let's do a landing in Bari. Should be able to do that fairly quickly. There's a little bit enemy troops in here, but not too many. Ooh. Right, we get a lot of prestige and papal influence from converting Cairo. I mean, that makes sense. It's quite an important location. We are getting pretty good income, I'd say. So let's go ahead and build a core house in Alexandria, at least. Probably in Damascus as well. That seems like it would be a decent reduction in things. Or in cost and all that. So that is something that we'll want to keep on focusing on a little bit. So hopefully the Marines are going to be here very shortly. I suppose at this point we can go back to speed 4. So the Papal armies are actually beating the Venetians over here quite handily, I reckon. Merchants landed by the Russians. Oh no. Let's go ahead and start converting more provinces in the meanwhile. So I'm actually willing to give basically all of Italy, except Malta, to the Papal States. If they can form Kingdom of God, that would be quite an interesting to see AI manage. It's probably not going to happen, let's be honest, but there's always a chance at least. Venetian flagship sunk. Oh wow, we just sank their entire fleet there. We didn't even capture anything, really. There we go, Mazaba has been core, so we can start converting that as well. Actually, if we do have a look at the religious map mode. So we've converted a lot. There's still a little bit of provinces over there to be converted. And now these new provinces. And then there's going to be... Oh, right, Herzegovina is Catholic. So in theory, we could help them convert their province. Well, actually, no, not really. Missionary, yeah, there's the Transit Orthodox Autonomy. Right, well, that makes sense. Probably reduces unrest and all that quite a bit, but doesn't mean that they won't be able to do much. We do have quite a bit of military power right now, so I suppose one of the things that we could do is a bit more development. Mostly improving places in such a way that we can get a bit more buildings done. But speaking of buildings, let's go ahead and get that courthouse in Damascus now. We could have 107 battalions total. Or regiments, but we only have 100 right now, which is a pretty decent amount in the end. Oh, there's that separatist stack there, just causing issues. Oh, and there's another revolt in North Africa here, which we're, well, that got dealt quite quickly, luckily. We're sieging down the Venetian capital. Now, is that... Right, they've sieged down that already, so I think Venice will probably lose a lot in this war. Ooh, so for 5 years, either 10% trade efficiency or national tax modifier. I think tax is... No, the trade is bigger. Okay, so trade efficiency it is. We're going to get more money that way. We've got total income of 205, so that's pretty good. Finance of 70. So every other month we can start building something small if we need to. Speaking of which, though, we should probably get a bit more... Actually, we should get a regimental camps, really. Especially in places where we can build several buildings. If we get some of these, we can get the force limit up a little bit. Oh, there we go. We siege down the capital. Let's go ahead and hand this over to Papal States. Double check that we haven't accidentally gained anything. No, we should be fine. That was stack wipe. I guess we could go ahead and help with the stack wipe of this one. Our cannons will probably do quite a bit of damage on the enemy there. So that separatist stack will cease to be. Are we the... No, we're not the leader of the siege. So I'm just going to go ahead and step to the side. Venetians... Oh, global trade has spawned. Where did it spawn? Utrecht. Okay, well, I'm not surprised by that, to be fair. But now the Age of Reformation is going to be ending in 10 years. It's going to go ahead and get the Marines back on the ships. Oh, and there we go. Oh. Alright then. So, Venice will cede Molise, Ravenna, Bari, and Avellino to Papal States. Campania will be pillaged by the Papal State. Venice will pay 235 ducats. I gain 66 of that. Alright then. Gain 15 favors. But that's going to make Papal States a lot stronger now. So we will probably have to help them against Tuscany at some point. Who is allied to France, to be fair, so it's probably not going to be happening anytime soon. But somewhere down the line, at least. We've got our army in here. We'll just pull that back to Thessaloniki. We'll send the ships around as well. Oh, and we lost a general. From the... So I've named the armies now. We've got the Knights of Jerusalem, Knights of Antioch, Knights of Tunis, and the Marines. So we do need another leader in here. Let's go ahead and hire another one, I suppose. We got the points for it anyway. 1, 3, 2, 1. Not exactly an excellent general, but it does allow us to get the professionalism up a little. Speaking of which, we should probably go ahead and drill the army. Quite frankly. Price of grain and wine drop. And that's actually going to be bad for us right now. I mean, it's only going to be a temporary loss of income, admittedly, but it's... Ooh, we could pick up the defender. I didn't realize we had that much money, to be fair. Okay, so could we maybe increase some centers of trade? I mean, probably not that many. Cairo we can't upgrade yet because it's not a state. Technically speaking, we could save money to upgrade Alexandria to tier 3. Oh, and of course, Papal State is after my money now. You know what? I'm going to give it to them. We are going to be able to get that soon enough back. Ooh, more Navy tradition. That's quite nice. Right, so how is the Aleppo trade node? We've got decent bit of guns hunting the pirates. They still got quite a bit of money probably from there overall. There's a lot of conversions done. Oh, and we got a lot of the points as well. Let's have a look. Is there anything that we need to... we could get some more mercantilism, I suppose. How much do we have that now? 38%. So yeah, that's going to start having quite an impact on the total values and all that. I suppose we could get some of the diet. We could, let's see, Thessaloniki wants a church or a cathedral. That's a possibility. Manpower at least 90%, that's going to take a while. Or go for Odessa, we need to have 40% or more trade power, so that's basically Crimea. I'm going to go with the clergy's suggestion. So over here, they just wanted to have a church. That's not too bad. I suppose another thing that we should be building more is just more manufactories. We don't actually have any manufactories being built right now. They're not too expensive. Ooh, that'd be a pretty good amount of salt production increase there. Ooh, I guess we're going to take a loan. I didn't want to take that, but I guess we're going to take it. To stop pirates and all that. So we got a loan that will be paid back soon enough, though. So that's drilling. That one's not drilling. We got less than half a year until the truce with... Oh! Okay, Spain declared war on Venice. Oh, they want this one. Yeah, no, Salerno is now the only province that they have, I think. And Spain does have a claim there. So Venice will be annexed soon. Because they already lost Venice ages ago to Austria. Yeah, right now we're just mostly waiting for the truces to end. Technically speaking, well, we'll do the war against Ottomans. Then against Mamluks, depends how long the war against Ottomans is. We could maybe do a war against Karakayunlu, for example, who are allies. Oh, they've got quite a few allies, actually. None of them are particularly strong, though. Mind you, but they've got a lot of allies. They've got a claim there. Right, that's good. Might want to get another claim on them, actually. Keep one diplomat free for war declarations and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so how about we build another manufactory? If we have a look at total... Oh, Skopje could be quite handy. Although, I don't know if that is... no, that is part of the state, actually. So yeah, we could build one there. It might have a lot of autonomy still, though. Actually, no. It's not accepted culture, so that's going to have a bit of a... Well, not directly, actually. Oh, Tuscany declared war on Venice. Everyone's after Venice now. Well, to be fair, Tuscany has a lot of areas in here. But yeah, Venice is doomed. We could get another trait idea. Trait steering is increased. That should mean that even more of our trade is going to be ending up in... Well, they are... Russians are doing privateering in here. Not massive amounts. There we go. Truce against Ottomans has ended. So we got the army in here. I don't think there's too much... Well, there might be a little bit unrest there, but yeah, we'll just get this one in position. At least at Adana. Ottomans are allied to France and Azerbaijan though, so maybe we don't do a war against them right now. Because France is a bit too strong, unless I can get Spain to help me. No, France would not join. Oh, if France doesn't join them, then that's just gonna be easy. Not fight against their religious brethren. Yeah, fair enough. I wouldn't really get a lot of allies. Oh, right, the transfer trade power thing is still on. I believe they will probably cancel that. Pro for perfume industry. Ooh, incense price is gonna go up. And there we go, we got a few more cores done. Get some more converting going as well. So we've got 7 cardinals right now. Actually, that's reminded me, we could probably invest a little bit on maybe getting the new, or becoming the new career controller. You know what, we'll put in at least 20 points there. And then, I suppose, we're going to increase the mercantilism a little bit further. So we should be about 40% by now. 39, okay, so it is still improving slowly but surely. We do have the loan to pay back, which is a little bit expensive. But yeah, the French are actually not going to join this, so this is going to be fairly easy. I'm just going to go ahead and cancel the transfer trade power. I don't believe that, no, that doesn't give a truce or anything, so it's just a matter of waiting. Right, we need to wait, or we need to wait a little bit there, but we're going to go for another holy war. So France will not join. Azerbaijan will. But again, at that point, it's not too bad of a armies that we need to fight. So the southern army stopped drilling, that's fine actually for now. We will slow down a little bit, we will send this one on to the west side to start sieging down the stuff. And actually what we could even do is to get there and start automatically sieging the areas. Got the big army in here. Gonna split this in half right now. While we figure out where exactly the Ottoman army is. They don't have any ports that we need to worry about. That's good. I guess we could send this army up to Antioch to see if we need to join in any fights, fight off any bigger enemies or something like that. Okay, there's 17,000 men right there. What's their mill take? They got 16, we've got 16 as well. Okay. So there's not much of a difference there. So Ankara, it is a level 3-4 actually. Which still isn't too much. Ooh, actually this would be quite a nice location for Mountain Fort. Hey, we got the church done, so we get another base tax there. Right, I could maybe go ahead to Sivas. I suppose this one could start moving towards... okay, that fort is something that we'll probably want to siege down soon enough. We'll also give you the autonomous siege orders for these 2 areas. So I don't need to worry about all of that. Siege down Karaman. We'll send this one to Bozok. Yeah, we're still getting pretty good money. We will probably need a bit more though. Sooner or later. Let's just go ahead and start sieging down the big fort over there. Hopefully that'll be done soon. We'll start sieging down this area. We've got Herzegovinian armies a little bit on our side, not much though. Spain wants to go through my lands. I mean, that's fine, we're allied. Aha! Global trade has already appeared in Constantinople. That was quick. Now, how much is it going to cost us to embrace it? Well, we can't embrace it yet, but I suspect that it's probably going to be spreading fairly quickly from there. You actually wonder, how's Alexandria looking like? It's 20%. What about things like Aleppo, the 17? Adana is 18. So it might take a while before it spreads properly, but it is there already. So we could potentially... Yeah, actually, I'm just going to keep the trade power in there as high as possible. We've got quite a bit of stuff in here, so how much is the... There's 65 guns total privateering. How much guns do the cogs have? I don't know if they can actually do the hunting anyway. 4 cannons each. Well, okay, these might not be the latest ships anyway. We'll start upgrading these to brigs. It's 6 cannons. Okay, it's still not a lot. But it will help a little bit with doing blockades and that sort of stuff. So the armies over here are kind of a corner. We're going to use the artillery barrage to break the walls here so that we can get through here slightly faster. Well, we could probably start sieging. So this army is a bit split right now, but that'll be fine. It will reconvene them at a later date. And there we go. There's no Venice anymore. Spain is now on Italy. Or the mainland Italy there. At some point we do need to do a war against Portugal to conquer more of Morocco and all that, but that can wait a little bit longer. We've still got plenty of areas to conquer anyway. So that one should be sieged down soon, I reckon. There we go, that's going to be sack wiped. We could go to Ankara, I suppose. I mean, I don't think they are going to be very happy with this war. We've only had one, well, actually, technically speaking, that's going to be a second battle now. And we do get a decent bit of war score from these battles, basically for free. But could we get the siege done? It's only 35%. Okay, now it's 49% for the next roll. So there's a good chance that we'll win that siege soon. But after we... Actually have a look. From the Ottomans, we'll take at least that. It's not going to be too bad of a coalition. We need to keep an eye on the overextension, to be fair. Aggressive expansion isn't too bad. Overextension, okay, we don't actually want to have that bad of a coalition yet. Maybe we'll just take those two. We'll take all the money that they can give me. I can't pillage it because we haven't taken it yet, but we can start clearing out some of the development over here. It looks like, oh right, the Marines are now here to help with the siege. Guess we could do the barrage there to speed up things a bit more. We've got plenty of points, although we could use those points for developing a bit further. So let's actually do some of that as well. Well, there's a little bit more. We could actually have another 10,000 men now. That's probably going to go for the army in Tunis. Or we could start building a 5th army. I suppose that's also a possibility. Ooh, we got a new Caroline road. And there we go, there's the force siege down. Let's go ahead and stack wipe it. Well, probably not going to be stack wiping. It is mountains, so they'll be defending. But we'll probably be winning this battle regardless. We've got the artillery advantage by far. And yeah, no, they got the discipline, but we've got the morale advantage. My goodness, yeah, no, it's pretty rough on them. Hey, Spocketmania got Cruel Tactician, morale damage plus 10%. How about you go to Erzurum? Although this one could have maybe gone there instead. There we go, that's a one conversion done. Another conversion done. And then that's a stack wipe. So I suspect that the Ottomans are probably fairly soon ready for a peace deal. We'll just need to siege down their capital, I think. Then we're mostly done. I think soon enough we'll be able to see what's going on in China. Right now we still don't have information on it. We do know Japan, who are actually... They have improved relations with us at some point, I think. Or maybe, I don't know. One way or another, the relations were improved. Due to something. Ayutthaya Bengal is pretty strong. Vijayanagar is also quite strong. Bahmani seem fairly strong in here. Well, I think Vijayanagar is expanding there right now. And Malacca is a thing. Quite a fun nation to play as, actually. Russia is bloody massive, as per usual. Sweden has taken some... Oh, right, did they... They must have taken that territory from Denmark, actually. I'm pretty sure that Denmark was holding Kola Peninsula at some point, but they've also taken parts of Norway. But Norway's been annexed by Denmark itself. I see. Austria is pretty strong, of course. France is fairly strong. Netherlands are fairly strong. Portugal has most of South America. And most of North America is Spanish. The French and the British have started taking sub-Saharan Africa a little bit. And then in... Oh, Portugal is in Australia. Who's in... I don't think there's anyone in New Zealand yet. No, not yet. Although the Spanish do have a stuff nearby. Right, but back to the war. I guess at this point we can start speeding up things a little bit. And this one can join into the army doing the sieging in here. There we go, Erzurum's being sieged down. This one can be sent down south again to Jerusalem. I'm guessing this siege is... well, it's going to last a little while still. Hopefully not too much. Actually, you can go to Aksaray. Oh, they're actually going to try to de-siege or siege down one of my forts. It's a bold move. Don't think they're going to succeed in that. Harvest failure. Oh dear. Well, that is a bit unfortunate. There we go, Ankara's been sieged down. Forgery of documents. Gain corruption, gain some admin points. No, we're not going to do that. With our development, the corruption can be quite expensive to root out, so I'm just going to not get any of that if I can avoid it. There's going to be a rebellion from the Ottoman separatists soon. Mostly down here, actually. So I suppose once this army is done, let's go ahead and send this one into the region. How about you just go ahead and stack up the enemy there. And we've got another smuggler running rampart. I guess we'll take a second load. Luckily, we will be... Oh, business is booming. We will be getting a decent bit of... Oh, Aura is fighting against Russia. Sure. Okay, so now that we siege down Ankara, we should be able to also pillage the capital. They will take that. Could I actually release nations? Not really. Not with those areas. Oh, right, the war score cost would be too much. And Armenia, we're going to be basically clearing out what they have. I could revoke cores for things like... is Constantinople in this list? Actually, no, it is not. Interesting. What about annul treaties? Enter rivalry with Mamluks? No, I don't think we need to worry about that, to be fair. Then, well, I suppose... Oh, actually, yeah, you could give up claims in my territories. Okay, you wouldn't take that one yet, and war reparation is another thing that we'll take from you. Once we siege down you completely, you'll probably give up, I reckon. Let's go and break that siege that they got going on, or start it in here. That was an easy stack wipe, if I've ever seen one. So no, they wouldn't take... Oh, there we go, there's a rebellion that we were expecting. So we can deal with that. There we go. Going back to Antioch, I think. That'll be good enough for now. We do have quite the papal influence again, so let's increase the cannibalism to 40%. Yeah, it is 40% now, exactly. So we're getting a pretty good amount of money from trade, that's for sure. Might be able to pay off some loans soon as well, but how soon will they take the peace deal? It might take a while. We could, of course, try to go against Aram, but that's a bit far away. You know what, maybe if we don't take the give up claims thing, they would actually accept the peace deal. Get slightly more money as well. Mostly wanted to get this area, so we're going to get access to there. Like, there's still going to be 1 or 2 wars before we can get all of the areas from them, but it's not going to be too bad in terms of aggressive expansion, or overextension for that matter. Go ahead and core everything. And then what can we... Oh! I didn't realize that there's a hospital in Moscow over here. What does it give? Reinforce speed. Ooh, now that would be pretty good, actually. I'm going to get that to level 1. Although, first of all, we're... as a matter of fact, we're going to upgrade Alexandria to tier 3 first. Then we're going to start paying off some of the loans. And then we're going to start building some of those buildings. Got manufacturing underway, actually, so maybe we'll get a second manufactory somewhere. I think we can get some pretty good stuff still. In places. And now we've got a casus belli against Trebizond already. So how strong is Russia, anyway? They've got 134,000 men. Their militech is a fair bit lower than what we have. I suppose another thing that we do need to start worrying about, though, is embracing the institution. It's spreading fairly quickly in Alexandria already, and a few other places as well, so we'll be able to embrace that in the not-too-distant future. Right, you should probably take over the rebel suppression in this region. The army in Jerusalem is starting drilling again. The general in there isn't particularly great, so that'll be perfect use for it. So, Tuscany is still pretty strong. What about Naples? They're allied to Savoy, but they're not really that strong otherwise. But Papal States doesn't really have claims on them. They do have a lot of claims and cores, presumably, on Tuscany. But that's about it, really. So they won't be able to do too much in there. Portugal is not really something we want to start fighting yet, because they are allied to... It's actually Sweden and Tuscany, so it's not too bad. We'd have to get some help for that war, I reckon. But we could also start expanding the military in here. Can it have... Yeah, it could be going up to 30,000 quite easily. Let's go ahead and get another... I think we're going to get another 6 infantry. Get another 4 artillery. That's going to be 30,000 men. But with that, we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.